Theresa May has declared she is prepared to rip up human rights laws to impose new restrictions on terrorist suspects. So let's just say, for example, you're protesting, or you're doing what we're doing, or you're doing something out of the blue that goes against open order. What they can do is suspect you of terrorism. You see, so they gradually trying to do away with the human rights. It's a gradual process. And the technique and skill that they're using is gradualism. Alright, because if you want to get them to accept any sort of thing, you don't just give it to them on an instant. You use a skill called gradualism. That way the people accept it. See? So all of these different cyber attacks that's happening around the world, you know, people are getting emotional and definitely agreeing on what these elites are saying. And while they're agreeing at the same time, also giving up their rights. Okay? So I'm going to read some more. It says, as she sought to gain control over the security agenda just 36 hours before the poll opens. Now I'm reading this because of I may be reading something about Theresa May. But guess what? Theresa May, she's just a puppet that's doing exactly what she's supposed to do. Now let's just say Jeremy Corbyn gets in. Guess what? Jeremy Corbyn would have to continue on where Theresa May left off at. All right. So yeah. So brother, yeah, we got to read something. Let's bring it up now. And it says, and she sought to gain control over the security agenda just 36 hours before the polls opened. The Prime Minister said she was looking at how to make it easier to deport foreign terror suspects and how to increase control on extremists. That's the key word. The key word is extremists. She didn't say Islamists or Hindus. She said extremists. Because ultimately what's going to go down is everybody is going to be declared as an extremist, as a terrorist. Okay? Go on, brother.
This is Psalm 64 and 1. I hear my voice of power in my prayer to save my life from the fear of the enemy.
Right, and the Lord is going to take care of his men. Yahweh Baal Shem Shah is going to take care of his men. That's teaching the word and the good news, the gospel. Okay? Preserve us from the enemy, because the enemy is going to come down with a great sword. And when I use the term sword, I'm talking about metaphorically destruction. So while destruction is being in effect, the Lord is going to preserve us away from that destruction. Why? Because we ask the Lord to.
Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, the celebration of the workers of iniquity.
Right? Hide me from the secret counsels of the wicked. It's the secret counsel of the wicked are those that are involved in the Bilderberg meeting, the Trilateral Commission, okay, the Captain, all right, the Cobra meeting. All of these high echelons, they conspire together what they're going to do with the rights of the people and the agendas that they're going to set. All right, that's what they do. And guess what? The Lord is going to preserve us from the hand of the devil, man. Okay, because the so-called white man, he's going to show his horns, man, like you've never seen before. You might have thought that this man was the reincarnation of Christ, and you know, he knows what's best for humanity, etc. But you're going to find something totally different. Okay, you're going to find out that this man is the devil, man. Okay, you're going to find out that the Edomites out there are the devil. And the world is gradually waking up to that. Go on, brother.
Who whet their tongues like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even be our words.
Yeah, it says that they wet their tongue at the point, at the birth. Read that one more time.
Who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even be our words.
And that's at the children of Israel, because they know, these elites know that we're going to get the covenant. Right? So in order for them to do away with the covenant, and for them to get the covenant, they would have to do away with Israel altogether. Okay, because they know that we're the upright. They know that we're the people of God. And I'm talking about these higher bankers, these higher banking families. They know everything. They know all the history of the people around the world. They know all of the history. But your regular commoner, your John and Jane, that probably went to university or he's probably a theologian, he don't know what's going on. Okay? He's just a brainwashed individual. But these higher bankers, they know that the so-called blacks that went on carpool stations, all right, and the Hispanic people in South Central America, they know that they're the Israelites. And what they also know is they know that we have the birthright. We're under the covenant. So in order for them to get the covenant, they would have to destroy those people. Okay? That's why you have a term called eugenics, which the word Eugene means the good seed. So eugenics is dealing with destroying the good seed. That's what is it? Planned Parenthood is all about. The abortion clinics. That all deals with eugenics. To destroy what? The good seed. Who is the good seed? The good seed is the people on the side, the Israelites. Alright? So you gotta connect the dots. Go on, brother.
That they may shoot in secret at the perfect, and suddenly they shoot at him and fear not.
And they shoot at the perfect, because ultimately what they want to do is they want to get at the men of the Lord. And guess what? If they get at the men of the Lord, the Most High is going to raise up certain brothers with spiritual power, and that's going to be the enemy. And the Yahweh Shai is going to intrude on their agenda. That's when who you call Jesus Christ is going to impede. He's going to intervene and do what he got to do. Okay? And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get at the men of the Lord, the prophets around the world. Because we're not just out here in Great Britain. We're not just out there in America. We're worldwide. Okay, the guys with the funny robes you see, according to you people, we're worldwide, baby. And the prophets are going to raise themselves back up before the Lord destroys an empire.
I don't know if I sent you that the link.
Yeah.
The one concerning YouTube. They're trying to say I see YouTube to radicalize or to radicalize or to send whatever sort of propaganda videos around.
Yeah.
What messages, whatever. So now you know for a fact easy. That's an aiming towards us, man. Because
That's right.
Our main platform is YouTube, man.
Yeah.
So if they bring about laws, is it that will restrict YouTube from Islamic extremists or whatever it is?
That's
yeah,
right.
then we're gonna be in that category as well.
Yeah. That's right. You know, the brother said it. The brother spoke. The brother spoke well on that regard. So, because they know, like I said, they know that we're the prophets of the Lord. So they want to aim at us and try and say, "No, my man, I'm not."
Right, my friend.
Right? You're not gonna get this, my man.
No, but that's the Old Testament.
Yeah, this is the Old and the New Testament.
And Old and the New Testament.
Right.
Are you pro-Israel?
No, we're the real Jews. Now the Israelites, the Israelis over there in Israel today, they're not the real Jews. They're what you call Khazars or converts, because they converted during the time of the 8th century AD.
Yeah.
So they're not the real Jews. The real Jews are the so-called Negro in America and world that was scattered.
The Ethiopian.
No, they're not the Jews. I'm gonna hit you with something. The Ethiopian Jews, excuse me. What do they call themselves? They call themselves Falashim. Now, what does the word Falashim mean?
I don't know.
I'm gonna hit you with something. The word Falashim means false. Because the thing with the Ethiopian people, they come from a man by the name of Cush or Kawash in the Bible. You understand what I'm saying? So you can't be an Israelite and then come up the lineage of Ham. You gotta come out of the lineage of Shem, so to speak. You know? So where you from?
Anyway, we are friends. I'm Jewish.
Well, we don't shake hands. We don't shake hands.
Alright, that's fine.
All
But
right.
I don't even understand.
I quite like what
But if
you
you don't understand, then you're
I
wasting your
quite
time.
like what
man.
you
I
say.
don't understand it, but it's complicated.
It's alright.
You're wasting your
I'm
time.
from the Levite.
It's complicated,
I'm
though.
the Levite.
Do you believe in God?
You
You don't believe in God.
Because I'm not black, is that right?
No, it's not. Ain't got nothing to do with that. It ain't got nothing to do with that. What it's got something
I
to do
said
with.
I'm Levite and you say you know.
No, you.
How do you know you're living?
Because all my ancestors are.
Why do you know what you are then?
I'm basically my roots. They've done, if you remember, maybe 10, 15 years ago, they've done a genetic testing. And the Levites and the Kohanim, and there was some, I think something from Africa, from from Zimbabwe, and there was this black professor said he's from the Kohanim family, and they discovered that he was.
But you know what, I'm gonna
So
say
that's
this.
genetic testing. I mean, I don't.
I'll
like
be
to-
fair. I'll be fair on you. Now you got some
Yeah,
of our
I
people.
know you are fair because you
Right,
representing
right.
something very good.
Right, but I'm gonna be fair with you, right? Now I'm gonna say this. Now you do got our people scattered amongst the other nations of people that look like the other nations. Okay. So what we're saying, what the brother is saying is the original Levites are the people that hate. Those are the original Levites because the thing with the Levites, they were very they were very well versed in the law. That's why their name is known as Levi, which the Hebrew word is lawyer. That's where you get the term lawyer from, because they were the ministers of the law. What is it?
Not the son of a rabbi, so that makes sense.
Right, right. So there you have it right there. But the thing about it is that basically the Haitian people, they're dealing with things on the left hand side. And that's why if you notice the Haitian people, they're the poorest in the Western Hemisphere. Because they were responsible for leading, they were heavily responsible for leading the other Israelites to follow the law, so to speak.
You're doing a good job.
Well, I'll say this though, my man, you better hope that you're one of us in the future, because in the future, if you're not, then you're going to go into slavery under the real
I
Israelites.
don't know. I do
That's what I'm gonna
agree
say.
with what
I
you
don't
said.
understand what the hell
I
is.
do agree what you said. We don't know. It's difficult to know. But you're a good man. You're good people.
Yeah, they're a bunch of blind lost bats, man. You know what I mean? You ain't going to get nowhere with the guys, man. You know, but yeah, man, at the end of the day, basically, you know, he's thinking that he's on the tribe and stuff like that. He's not on the tribe.
Genesis 49.
What's that?
Genesis 49.
What about Genesis 49?
Listing the tribes.
Right, right.
Same thing as
Okay, okay. All right, man. Yeah, he probably watches the videos. Because he said Genesis 49.
It's a list of the tribes. That's the only thing he knows in the Bible.
They said, oh,
Okay, this is how we know he's there. And it's that Baruch 5:5. Arise, O Jerusalem, and stand on high, and look about toward the east, and behold, that children gathered from the west.
oh, wait a minute. You're going to have to read that again. Read that again.
Arise, O Jerusalem, and stand on high,
Right.
and look about towards the east.
Yeah, so we're supposed to look towards the east, metaphorically speaking, meaning return back to the Lord, right? Why is that? Why is that? Go on.
And behold, that children are gathered from the west unto the east.
So it says that we're going to be gathered from the west. Read that one more time. Read that again.
And behold, that children are gathered from the west.
So wait a minute. So this is further showing time and time again, because see, I always go on Amalek. I always talk about Amalek, how they're the Jewish people. The Bible says that the Jews will be on the Western Hemisphere. The Israelites will be on the Western Hemisphere. Okay? And then we will be brought back to the east. So that further validates that they cannot be the Jews. Again, there's so many prophecies indicate that they're not the people. Go on, brother.
Unto the east by the word of the Holy One.
By the word of the Holy One. So how are we being gathered up throughout the four corners of the earth? Back to the Lord by the word of the Holy One.
That's how we know.
That's how we know that we're the Israelites. And that was a good question too. That was a good question he asked, but you know, I didn't really want to deal with it. He was just getting my nerves going, brother.
It says, rejoicing in the remembrance of the Heavenly Father.
Right. And the rejoicing of the remembrance of the Heavenly Father. But the true reason why I didn't want to deal with him is because I can tell that he's a damn fool. And I know, and I can tell that he doesn't believe in the Most High. Okay, and what does it say? What is it? Psalm 14:1. It says, matter of fact, get that, brother. Because we're not to answer everybody. Okay, there's certain people that we have to answer to, and there's certain people we don't have to answer to. We're going to explain right now. Psalm 14.
So Psalms 14:1. The fool has said in his heart, there is no God.
Right.
they are corrupt, they have done abominable works.
Right.
There is none that doeth good.
And that's the bottom line. So it says, read that one more time.
The fool has said in his heart,
Right, it says the fool have said in his heart that there is no power. And what does the Bible tell you about it? What does the scriptures tell you on how to conduct the fool? Give me that in Proverbs 26 and 5. Because the scriptures say, answer not a fool according to his folly. So if a guy is talking about how he's an atheist and all of that stuff, or a woman, we're supposed to just let them keep going, walking down the street. Okay, because they're nothing but a bunch of fools.
as I Proverbs 26 and 5, answer a fool according to his folly.
Right.
Lest he be wise in his own conceits.
Right, and that's why we ain't gonna be dealing with no atheists out there. Okay. Now if they got some decent questions, we'll deal with it. We're not gonna really go all the way in with their questions because you know what we understand is that your average atheist or an atheist in general, you're just not putting down. We're not supposed to answer a fool according to his folly. So when a guy says, well, why is there dinosaurs? Why is this? Why is this that? Right? And it starts to get to silliness. He could pretty much be on his way down the street. Okay? Because we could be dealing with more reasonable people rather than dealing with a bunch of fools. But anyway, I want to go back to this. If you got something, I'll get back to you. If you got the precept. Yeah, so it says the Prime Minister said she was looking at how to make it easier to deport foreign terrorist suspects and how to increase control on the streets, where it is thought that they present a threat, but there is not enough evidence to persecute. So the way they're going to bring about more evidence to persecute the suspect, the terrorists, right, as they call it, they got to bring about more major cyber attacks. And that's going to really give them the green light to literally come before the men of the law. Okay? Because they know about us, man. They know exactly who we are. And they know and they also have scholars too. They have, They have those Roman Catholic Pope scholars that know certain scriptures. And they know that basically the prophets are going to rise up on their feet. So in order for them to establish their new world order system, they got to get the prophets out of the way. And that's why they want to regulate that internet, boy. Because they know that the word of Yahweh Shai is blowing up. The word of the Lord is blowing up and it's awakening a lot of people around the world. Okay? Yeah, go on.
See, right now is here. If you're a suspect for anything, they can only detain you for only a certain amount of days. I believe I don't know if it's 2 days or 4 days. But they want to make it so that they're able to detain you a lot longer without any evidence.
Yeah.
Okay? Because if you detain somebody, then you have to provide the evidence for the crime that they've done to let them go.
Right.
So, all that stuff, let that away. You get detained for a lot longer, for even years maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Like Guantanamo Bay, what did they do there? Yeah, but those guys have been there for years without any evidence whatsoever.
That's right. And that's the bottom line. And that's why they want to do away with human rights again. What's going on? Man. So I mean, that's the whole thing. That's why they want to do away with human rights, because if they can do away with human rights, they literally can be as much of a devil towards certain people that they want to come after.
They can bring the torture methods in.
Yeah, they can bring in torture methods, like the brother said. Okay, they can execute you without summary. They call it summary execution. They can bring that out as well. Where if they suspect you as a terrorist, they can, like you have you're prohibited from going to court, to back up your case or whatever. They can just bring you before the camp and basically eradicate you. Because Because it all goes back to one thing. Like, I haven't forgot about this. It all goes back to the Georgia Guidestones, how they want to maintain humanity under 500 million. So let's just get rid of the useless eaters. Let's just get rid of those that are about truth. We're just going to keep those that are going to be more acceptable to accept this new world order ideology. All right? And that's where the society's going. It's going to get so chaotic out here. And that's why they don't put us on the BBC News. Okay? That's why we're not on the news, because they know that we know certain things. Alright? So go on, brother, if you got something. I tell you what, brother, finish Revelations 12 and 12. I think it's more than that. Alright. Yeah, so it says, he said, but I can tell you a few of the things I mean by that. I mean longer prison sentences for people convicted of terrorist offenses. I mean making it easier for the authorities to deport foreign terrorist suspects to their own country. So it says, I mean doing more to restrict the freedom. See that? To restrict freedom. And that's what all of these cyber attacks are all about. And when you read the Civil Contingency Act bill that was passed in November of 2004, that deals with how they can take away your freedoms and your rights and your democracy. Right there in it. And once they can take that away, you have no rights at all. You have no rights to your own privacy. Okay, they can have cameras in your house. You gotta get a microchip on your subdermal so they can track your every move. And they can, ultimately, they want to get you in contact with the grid as well. That's where these higher up bankers want to take things, man. All right, and then what we're doing is going to be out of the deal. What we're doing right now is going to be totally out of the deal, man. You understand? And that's why it tells us in Amos, the 5th chapter, it says, there should not only be but a family of bread, but a family of hair in the world. Okay? I don't mean to jump around because I'm going to let the brother find his precept, and we're going to dive on that. We're going to dive into that. I'll tell you what, I'll drop that to the back. So check it out. Daniel 12:1.
Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great priest, to stand up for the children of thy people.
Right.
And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time.
Right.
And at the time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found in the book.
Right, and that goes hand in hand with, I believe it is, Jeremiah 30:7. Because it says we're going to enter into a time of Jacob's trouble. He shall be saved out of it. That goes hand in hand with that precept right there. So there's going to be a time of great trouble. Yahweh is going to send his son Yahweh to deliver his men. Okay? Whoever those men may be. Because all has to be fulfilled. All manner of prophecies that is written in this book has to be fulfilled. You understand? And this is the whole thing. And that's why, as it is right now, the surveillance level is up to critical level. And what that means is that the police have to be on high alert and also they brought a new law out where they can actually have the police can actually authorize to the Secretary of State for the military to help them out. So as you can see, they're gradually merging the military amongst the people. Martial law. And, that's the definition of martial law, where foreign powers take control. Rather than the government, foreign powers take control. Those foreign powers are going to be the military. Okay? So, yeah, so give me what you got, brother. I tell you what, brother, read down yourself verse 1 again.
But Daniel 12 and 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, stand up for the children of thy people.
Right, we shall stand up to the children of thy people. Go on.
And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation even to that same time.
So it's going to be a time of trouble since there was a nation and a time. So this time of trouble is going to be so severe, it's so groundbreaking that a lot of people, they're going to be shitting themselves, man. They're going to be listening and passing everything. I don't mean to get so graphic, but I can just be real. It's going to get that bad out here, man. And the only way they're going to survive that turmoil that's going to come, as I am explaining, as the Bible is explaining, actually, is that you're going to have the word of Yahweh Shah. You're going to have the word of the Lord. You into Kemet, you into Hinduism, you a Rasta, or you whatever, right? You're going to be bugged out on that day, man. You're going to be messed up on that day. You understand? That's the whole thing. The Bible is the word of God, man. You got to get in contact with the Lord. Those of you that don't have the word, you got to get in contact with the word, man. Okay? Because the time is coming. Go on, brother.
Such as never was since there was a nation even to the same time. And at that time their people shall be delivered.
Yeah, and it says at the same time shall thy people be delivered. So right when we're catching hell, we're going to be delivered. Deliverance is going to come. Okay, for the elect men that are stand so slippery for the word. Hey, the scripture say, if you hold on to the word, that shall keep you from the hour of temptation. And that day is getting closer and closer and closer and closer and closer. See that? Go on.
Even to that same time, and at that time that people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book.
Right, and everyone shall be found written in the book. They're gonna be saved. So when you read the book of Jeremiah, when you read the book of Isaiah, when you read the book of Ezekiel, them same prophets are back in the reincarnation today, doing the same thing that they've done back then. Those that are found written in the book will receive salvation. First, the 144,000. Go on.
This is Matthew 24 and 30.
Beautiful, brother.
And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man
Right.
in heaven.
And there shall appear the sign of the Son of Man. Who's the Son of Man? In the world called Jesus Christ, which we call him Yahweh Shah. Go on. Yeah.
Matthew 24 and 29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light.
Go on.
And the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of heaven shall be
And
shaken.
it says the powers of heaven shall be shaken. So what is that talking about? It's talking about all the elite powers on earth. They're going to be shaken because they're going to see the presence of the Lamb that was slain 2,000 years ago. That was slain on the cross. That met his darkest hour.
What the fucking London Bridge will you have done, eh?
All right, and that's the whole thing. So you know, as you see right here, you got stupid-minded folks out there that are connecting us with Islam, and we have nothing to do with no Islam. Okay, I come out and say this all the time. We ain't got nothing to do with no Islam. Islam is nothing but false ideology, and it's dogma. All right, what we're reading out here is the Bible. Okay, we got the real Jews, we got the Israelites. We ain't no Quranian Muslims. Okay, we got the Jews and we got the Israelites. Okay, so just get that straight, man. Go on.
And mysterious. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn.
Yeah, you have to be that louder, brother.
And then shall appear the sign of the Son of And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven.
Right.
And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn.
Right, because they're gonna see the Father, they're gonna see the Savior, who they call Jesus Christ. But we call him Yahweh Shah. All right, and the angel of Allah.